Hi Utkarsh, how are you?
Hi Harshita, I'm good. I hope everything is good at your end as well.
Completely good. So maybe we can start with a little bit introduction about yourself, about your academic or professional background.
Sure, thank you so much, Harshita. First of all, thank you for inviting me for this chat. So my name is Utkarsh. I'm currently based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I work with Deloitte Southeast Asia, working across Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Philippines, and all the ASEAN countries. I have done my postgraduate diploma in management, which is popularly known as MBA in India from SPGN Institute of Management and Research. Prior to that, I used to work with Deloitte US India in Hyderabad, and I have done my engineering from KIIT Bhubaneswar. So that's all about me.
That's a very good profile. So which schools did you receive offers from?
Okay, so I only applied to two schools. One was INSEAD, and the other was London Business School, 1 year MBA, and I've received my admit from both these schools.
Okay, that's great. Congratulations for that. So was any of these your dream school?
Absolutely. I mean, both of them were my target school and dream school as well. Few years back, I was just dreaming about all these schools, and then today it's now a reality for me. So absolutely, both INSEAD and LBS were my dream schools.
Okay, that's great. So how did you feel when you opened the offer letter?
I mean, it was something which was very unexpected. I was not expecting the offer letters to come at that point of time, and it was a very different moment for me. I was a bit numb, and everything from my past flashed in front of my eyes, and I felt very good. I immediately called my wife. I immediately called my parents and told them about this, and they were extremely happy about it. So the feeling was something which I cannot explain in words, but was something which was once in a lifetime opportunity for me. So I really love that feeling.
Yeah, that feeling must be unique. Okay, that's great. So, why did you choose this school or program over others?
Okay, so I was targeting Europe as a geographical location. And since I've already done a 2 year program in management, I was looking for 1 year programs only. And based on what I could research and what I could get from the team itself, INSEAD and LBS came as a top choice for me. So that's why I decided to apply for only these two schools. Schools in US generally offer a 2 year MBA. That's why I did not apply to that particular geographical location. And hence I only applied to these two schools.
That's great. So, what challenges did you face during the application process, the whole application process?
The biggest challenge was to streamline my entire application, get the best out of my profile, and to make that visible in the application. And I think the entire team uh, really helped me, especially Sahil was the pioneer, the champion, getting the best out of me. He helped me cater the best possible essays, the best possible pointers for all my job descriptions, all my extracurricular academic activities. That was one of the biggest challenges. And the other big challenge was to get through the different stages of interviews. So first part was an online interview, which was based on an e-platform where we had to go through some questions and then rapidly answer to those questions. And then there were two alumni interviews as well. So the entire interview process was also very challenging, but I think working with the team really helped me in navigating through all these processes.
That's great. So, adding to this question only, how did Admit Scholar help you overcome these challenges?
So the main USP of Admit Scholar was that it helped me get the tailor-made application for the schools that I was applying to. Especially the expertise of Sahil came into picture because he was an NCR alumni. So he knew the nuances and what is going to be judged upon in an NCR application. So he made sure that everything that I put in my NCR application was actually a tailor-made fit for the NCR B school. So that was very, very helpful. Plus, he also helped me get some previous essays, previous questions from what was asked in previous year interviews, which actually helped me prepare for the challenges that were going to come in my way. So I think that was really helpful. Plus, the amount of time that was given to me, the number of questions that I asked Sahil and the entire team was also something that really helped me because they were there 24/7 to answer all my queries. So it never felt like a professional relationship. It felt more like a personal relationship Sahil and the entire Admit Scholar team was completely involved in helping me get through my desired B school. And that is something that you don't see very often in this professional world. So I think that relationship was very important for me. And the final outcome, the essay was impeccable. I also got the shortlist. I also interviewed with them, and the end result was also favorable for me. So I think everything was spot on. And I think choosing Sahil and choosing Admit Scorer was the right call for me.
Okay, that's great. So, like, how would you describe your experience working with Sahil sir, our founder?
So, as I mentioned, Sahil was more like a brother to me rather than a professional mentor. So he was there to answer all my questions, all my formal, informal queries. He was there 24/7. There were instances in which I was not available. I had to reschedule a lot of my sessions with Sahil. And he was very generous in all those things as well. Even though I know he's very busy with all the things that he's doing, he still used to get time for me, review my applications, review my essays, review my different application prompts, and gave a very quick and prompt response to any changes that I had to make. So the kind of relationship that I have built with Sahil is something that I'll cherish forever. And I'm definitely going to recommend Sahil to everybody.
Okay, that's great. So, like, were you hesitant and did you had a belief that you would get into like these top B schools?
Absolutely. I think the hesitation was definitely there because these schools are very aspirational, and a lot of people from India and from different geographies apply to these schools. So I was hesitant, but Sahil had huge amount of faith in me. He always told me that your profile is tailor made for this school. Just need to hit the right spots. You just need to hit the applications well, and you would be through. So his faith in me, his belief in me actually boosted my morale and confidence. And then everything was fine, everything went well, and I got an admit with both NCR and LBS.
That's great. Congratulations for that. So, like,
Thank you
how
so
was
much.
your experience with the first consultation call, like that you had with Sahil sir only?
Yes, yes. I mean, initially I was a bit hesitant because Sahil and the entire team, they are very young, they are very new. And I have had a few other calls with some veterans of this industry who has been doing it for, let's say, 5, 10, 15 years or so.
Yeah.
But I felt that Sahil had that charm, Sahil had that confidence, and Sahil had that fondness of helping people, which really elevated my confidence for him and for the entire team. And that's why I decided to go ahead with him as well. Plus, again, there was a bond that got very easily formed with Sahil at that time. So I realized that he's the best person for me to continue with my application. So I immediately sealed the deal with him. And I'm very, very happy that I went ahead with Sahil and Admit Scholar because I don't think that any other consultant would be able to handle me, handle my nuances as well as Sahil did.
Okay, that's great. So, like, would you recommend Admit Scholar to others? Why or why not?
Absolutely. I mean, anybody who's looking for specifically for INSEAD or European B schools, I think they should definitely go with Sahil because I have only applied to European B schools. So I think my experience with Sahil and Admin Scholar has been very good. They are very prompt. They are very knowledgeable in these schools. And I think anybody who has been reaching out to me to know about how I cracked my schools, I have been very open about it and I have been very candid about it as well. And I have almost, endorsed Admit Scholar to everybody. So I think, yes, my biggest recommendation to Admit Scholar, and I think anybody who is willing to apply and is looking for a mentor who is very friendly, who is very candid, should definitely work with Admit Scholar.
That's great. So, the last question, do you have any tips or words of encouragement for the future applicants?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people do not apply to these top B schools because they think that they are not worthy enough. Right. So that's one of the discouragement or doubt that people have. But I would definitely recommend that anybody who is willing to apply to these schools, talk to somebody who has gone through that process, understand the nuances, get their feedback, and work on the weaknesses that you have. Work on the uncontrollable parts that you can control. Sorry, the controllable parts that you can work on, and strengthen your application and apply to these schools. So do not reject yourself on your own. talk to an expert, understand about the nuances, and then make a call. And I think if I can do it, then a lot of people can do it as well. It's just that you need to know your weaknesses and promptly work on those. And somebody like an admit scholar will really help you to refine your weaknesses, uh, work on improving your qualities, and get the best out of you. So I think that's one of the advice that I want to give to anybody who is willing to apply to any B school.
Very good lesson for the future applicants. So thank you, Utkarsh. It was really a nice time talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashita.